Okay, guys, let's see how we're doing. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Christian. If you've never seen me before, hello, how you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good night. You guys know the spiel. Okay, I like this frame a lot better. This is a lot closer. Let's work with this. So guys, we're going to be doing a live reading. Well, if you guys are here, then this is live. But if you're not here, this is just going to be a regular reading for you. But this is going to be a 2025 predictions for every sign. So you want to take into account your sun, your moon, and your rising. If you know all your, if you know beyond your big three, then get into that if you want to. But we're going to be getting into your sun, your moon, and your rising. I'm going to show you guys the cards that we have. I have my oracle decks out, and we're about to just get into this thing. So I hope you guys have been feeling great. I'm going to try to gear the rest of the content this year to everything 2025 and making the next year the best year of our lives. This year, I feel like was the first year that didn't necessarily fly by. I feel like this year really took its time with us and what it put us through. So I think that we're definitely going to be ready for everything that we're stepping into next year. I hope that you guys feel that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to show you guys the decks that we have. I have my little sticky notes with all of the signs written on it, so I'm ready to get into it. And yeah, let's go ahead and make it happen. I did want to let you guys know, of course, you can book sessions with me and get into everything with me down below in the description box. You can also shop PixApothecary for one more chance. If you did not get to shop PixApothecary before we shut down, now is your opportunity to do so. I've decided to drop 3 holiday sets. The first one, I believe, is 1 pack of pre-rolls and some other things. The second one is 2 packs of pre-rolls. And I think the third one is either 3 or 4 packs of pre-rolls from the people that really, really like to shop with me and get a lot of things. So each, set comes with something different. I wanted to do that just to give you guys, a chance to kind of get like a little bundle deal of a couple of things and save some coin. So there's some really good deals, some really good bundles. Make sure you guys get into it. That's going to be available while supplies last. I still had some inventory left and some materials left. So I was like, you know what? Let me just sell these last few things that I have in terms of my packaging and stuff like that so we can get on to whatever is next. So make sure you guys get into that and shop PixApothecary for the final time for real this time. If you would like to, down below in the description box. And also, guys, the year-end releasing event is still going to be going on December 15th, the last full moon of the year. We will be having the year-end releasing event. The tickets are $50, and with the ticket, you're going to get a releasing guidebook with all different tips and tricks about releasing and cord cutting and why we release and when we need to release and everything about releasing. You'll also be able to participate in the collective releasing ritual that we will do. And we're going to be doing a releasing webinar as well on that night. Basically just telling you everything about releasing, attachments, what we should be doing after releasing, the point of releasing, and how we can really make the most of releasing. Because by now, you've packed on some things that you need to let go of. So I'll have the instructions down below in the description box about how you guys can get into the year-end releasing event. And yes, I think the last thing is business owners. I am shifting my business work from just doing business mentoring and content to completely running social media platforms and doing social media management and marketing. So if you have a social media platform and you need somebody to run it, and I'm talking content calendar, making the content, meeting with you throughout the month to organize and figure out what you want to do for everything, posting everything, listening to the comments and replying to the comments, replying to the DMs, all things social media, researching different things, in your industry to give you different ideas about what you should do with content, staying up to date with trends so you don't have to. That's basically what I'm going to be doing. So if you're interested in that, then you can get into it. I did just do a YouTube video about elevating your social media, so you can look into that to see more specifically about what it is that I'm going to be doing. But yes, I'm looking forward to connecting with you guys who are going to be taking advantage of that. So yes, let's go ahead and get into it. I appreciate you guys for being here. I'm sure I lost a couple of you guys. I didn't mean to, but I had to restart the live because it was a little bit all over the place. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Hopefully somebody is kind enough to do the timestamps so we can easily navigate through this. But we have our energy oracle cards that we're using today. The angel answers. The goddess dream oracle. Let me not put that right there. We're also using the tea leaf fortune cards, the Work Your Light Oracle cards, and we're using the Divine Abundance Oracle cards as well. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. And let's just get started with Capricorn. Again, if you are a sun, moon, or rising, this is when you want to pay attention whenever the sun, moon, or rising comes up. So yes, I appreciate you guys. Oh, geez, can I do anything about this? I guess not. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start with Capricorn and just, work our way through. So these are going to be 2025 predictions. I need to be mindful with how I shuffle because I do not want my cards going everywhere while I'm working on this. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first card that I have for you guys is Limitless. Limitless. This card says, see yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways, Capricorn. The divine can use anything and anyone. See yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways. The divine can use anything and anyone. So love that. The divine can use anything and anyone. So see yourself as being in a space where, you're limitless. You aren't in a position where you are held back by anything. If you feel like you're in spaces that don't make sense, if you feel like you're in spaces where you just don't understand why you're there and what you're experiencing, God can use anything and anybody, in any situation, to your benefit. So just keep that in mind as you're moving forward, Capricorn. Oh goodness, I hope I'm able to have enough cards to do everybody. I may have to take a break to kind of shuffle our cards back in because I know I'm going to run out of cards, girl. 12 signs. I'm going to start running out. All right. So we have walking away. We have the world. And we also have indecision. So with walking away, obviously just be open to letting go of what you need to let go of, Capricorn. I really don't know too many Capricorns. I've been hearing a lot about Capricorns, or everybody I'm around is always just bringing up Capricorns to me lately, but I don't really know too much about Capricorns. If you have an issue with letting go, I feel like Capricorns shouldn't have issues with letting go. But if for whatever reason you've grown some attachment to some things, this could be a good time to let go of those things. We also have the world and indecision. So you're definitely being called to step into something more. The world talks about expansion, doing more, betting on yourself, challenging yourself, and just recognizing what you can achieve, even though you only have achieved this or this. You're seeing that and you're saying, okay, how much further can I take this? What more can I get into? What more can I achieve? I know I've done this, but what else is there for me? How else can I move and elevate? And with indecision, we're in a space of indecision. So we'll probably see more about this as we move forward. We have big happy changes. Big happy changes. And we also have weight. We have weight as well. Big happy changes and weight. So of course, there's definitely some changes coming your way. Capricorn, there's definitely some changes coming your way. We have weight. So be patient. When you're in a space of indecision and you're not really sure what's next, work on not being so antsy about it. Work on just being like, okay, I don't know what's next. Let me relax. Let me take a chill pill. Let me, not start to think that, it's going to just all fall apart. Let me just accept that maybe waiting is the best thing for me to do. And that might not be what y'all want to hear, but sometimes waiting is the best thing for us. So sometimes that is all that we can do. Sometimes that's all we can do. Hopefully, if I can consistently get on live with you guys, I'll try to maybe do it at the same time every weekend. The biggest benefit of being on live, of course, is interacting with you guys in real time, but it's also being able to just save the videos directly from live and not having to edit anything. So when you're doing long readings like this, it's the best. But I would love to have you guys on here. So I might pick a time and start to, do it at a specific time. Let me know in the comments when you guys are watching back if you guys would be interested in that. But we have big happy changes as well. So just trust that everything is going to align as it needs to for you. Let's get into our tea leaf cards. Capricorn, we have barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. You feel something is lacking. Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. We have jug, lighthearted, carefree time. Lighthearted, carefree time. We have dog, far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. A distant friend is thinking of you. And we also have fair man, dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. So a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. This could be the friend that is thinking of us. We have barrel, okay? So we have a friend thinking of us. We have material wealth, and we have a good time. But we also have barrel, which is saying we feel like something is lacking. So we feel this lack, but we're experiencing a lot of things that are, kind of serving us in the ways that we feel like we're lacking. So I think that's why we have the card of, limitless, how God can use anything and anyone, because I feel like the things that we're lacking, Capricorn, are things that you actually already have in your life. Or you're one step away from having these things, and you should recognize how close you are to stepping into these things. No matter what it is, I feel like you're just a lot closer than what you think. And for whatever reason, just feeling like you aren't close enough could definitely be holding you back and making you second guess and doubt yourself. So you definitely want to be sure of where you're going and trust yourself and trust the process. Okay, Adrian, you're getting blocked. Excuse me, guys. Give me 1 second. How can I go in here and do this? I need to see how I can do this. Remove. Wait, no, I need to do more than remove. Hide user. Give me a second, guys. Okay, great. I usually try not to do too much, but let me just say this before I go any further. I don't really care. Now, I'm on live, so this is something different. Usually I'm able to delete comments when I'm on live, but this is not a safe place for cis, hetero, horny men. This is not a safe place for you. This is not a safe place for you. It's not. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, let's get into it. You're going to get erased every time. You're going to get hidden every time. I'm going to make sure you can never comment on this channel ever again. I am not here for your gaze. That's actually disgusting to me. It's repulsive. But let's get into it, Capricorns. Let's get into it. You feel like something is lacking in your life, but you have these things around you. So you have to recognize, that these things are in your life instead of feeling like you don't have the very things that are there. And like I said, if you feel like it's there, but it's just out of your grasp, then figure out how to take that next step so you can 100% step into it. Hey, Shanice, I'm trying to tap in and talk to you guys as I see y'all on here. It's definitely time for change for a lot of folks. We just got started. We're just on Capricorn. But I want you guys to take into account your sun, moon, and rising when we're going through these. Your sun, moon, and rising. All right. Let's get into a Capricorn. So we have forgiveness for you guys. We have forgiveness. This says compassion and kindness. And we also have transformation. Be open to change. Be open to change. So compassion and kindness. You guys may need to let somebody go. You may need to, forgive somebody. If you guys are holding on to anything from the past, it could be this fair man. That's why I picked up this card. But if you guys need to let go of anything in the past, I guarantee you that is why you're so hesitant to move forward. It's not that you're hesitant to move forward. It's not that you're afraid about moving forward. It's about you have to let go of something that you aren't letting go of. You may need to stop being so hard up about something that you're not willing to forgive or let go of or remove. I don't know much about Capricorns, but something's telling me that Capricorns are choosing to hold a grudge, even if you're just now holding a grudge now. We just started shade. We're on Capricorn. We just started. If you are choosing to hold a grudge, then that is definitely holding you back because you're choosing stagnant. You're choosing to stay in the past. You're choosing to stay sad. You're choosing to question yourself and doubt yourself, and you're choosing fear. You're choosing to not trust. You're choosing to not love. You're choosing to, remain in a restricted part of your past that isn't ever going to grow or ever going to take you anywhere further. You're choosing to kind of stay right there when there's so much more that you should be stepping into, when there's so much more that is better for you. When you're worth so much more than just staying in one space tied to something that is, is never going to give you what you want. If you really want peace, if you really want success, if you really want the blessings to overflow, if you really want change, if you really want to stop feeling like something is missing, you have to let go of this, Capricorn. You have to let go of it if you want to feel like something is missing. If not, it's going to keep popping up for you next year, and you're going to keep coming into a lot of situations with people that you're going to have to forgive. You know, forgiveness isn't necessarily a bad thing, but who wants to keep getting hurt until we learn to forgive? You know, sometimes we're put in situations where we have to get hurt over and over and over and over again until we finally realize, like, oh no, like, you know, maybe I should feel differently. You know, I have 20 people that I hate on my shit list from first grade. Maybe I should do something about this. So I stop thinking about these 20 people every time I get pissed. Or, you know, I stop letting all of these situations trigger me. Because when we don't move forward from a situation or a person, it's not just about that one instance in our life. It's about other things that are adjacent to that in our life as well. So, you know, like if you have a friend that is a bully to you, and let's say you keep this person in your life for whatever reason, you can't let this person go. Other spaces or other situations that can potentially bully you, you're going to be attracting those situations because you're allowing that type of energy to be comfortable around you. So the more you allow that, the more that energy is going to find you. So we have to forgive and let go of the past if we want to stop running into situations that make us feel like that. Transformation, be open to change. Be open to change. Be open to change. Be open to change. Be open to saying, you know what, I was wrong for the last 30 years or 20 years or 15 years or however long it's been. I was wrong. You know, I'm going to be open to change. I'm going to be open to feeling differently about this. We have the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? Of course, what are you clinging on to? It's time to let go. It's time to step into something new. We have the ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you and not to you. Cracked open is happening for you and not to you. So again, this is not happening to weigh you down. It's not happening to cause you grief. It's not happening to cause you distress. It's happening for you. So you can let this stuff go and finally take your power back. And again, what are you clinging on to? What are you clinging on to? This is supposed to be your year, Capricorn, of increase, of greatness, of abundance. We have all of these energies about all of this new stuff, about the world, you know, about stepping into something different, about walking away. So take advantage of the fact that this is supposed to be a new season for you, that it's supposed to be a new energy, and make the most of it. You know, I feel like you're going to be able to tie up a lot of loose ends. And if you are able to tie up those loose ends, you'll feel a lot better as you're moving forward, and you won't have this thing hanging on you. If you're wondering, what is this? It's the people you haven't let go of. It's the things you haven't forgiven. It's the stuff that you haven't been willing to show compassion and kindness to because you feel like it's not deserving of it. The stuff in your life that you've told yourself, I don't have to get over this, I can keep being mad about this. That's the stuff that's holding you back. And I think that y'all literally pick and choose what you want to hold on to, like what you decide you want to not let go of. But what you decide you don't want to let go of is holding you back. You know, so you need to agree to let go of it once and for all, and you'll feel so much better once you do. So yes, Capricorn, that is your tea. Aquarius, let's get into your tea. I'm going to literally have to keep checking this off one by one because I want to make sure I keep on track with everybody. But Aquarius, we're about to get into you. Capricorn, that's what we have for the Capricorns. Thanks, Capricorns, for being in the building. I don't even know how to see how long I've been on here. I guess it doesn't really matter. Hi guys, I just started with Capricorn. We're about to get into Aquarius. I want you guys to look at your sun, moon, and rising when you're watching this. I'm going to have info in the description box about where you guys can book sessions with me and connect with me and get into everything. Aquarius, we have receiving. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. I got distracted reading the comments. So be open to receive, Aquarius. Be open to receive. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. Again, this is going to be your 2025 prediction. You guys can check down below in the description to book sessions with me and connect with me one-on-one, get tickets to the year-end releasing event, all of that and then some. And make sure that you guys let me know how you feel about this reading, Aquarius. Let me know how you feel about it. All right, Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. Let's get into it. So, we have financial constraints. We have hostilities, and we also have door to romance. Financial constraint, hostilities, and door to romance. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pull some other cards because I want to get a little bit deeper in this and figure out where this stuff is coming from. All right. So, being open to receive is going to be really important for you guys. And you need to realize that no matter what it looks like, you're still open to receive. So even when it looks like this, even when it looks like hostilities, you still want to be open to receive. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and trust my inner guidance. It doesn't say every day when I'm feeling good. It doesn't say every day when the outlook is good. It doesn't say every day when, I got money in my pocket. It says every day. Every day. Every day it becomes easier. Every day it becomes easier. It should be easier. The struggles that you're dealing with, every day it should get easier. The stuff you're questioning, every day it should get clearer. Every day. We also have daughter romance. So I feel like you guys need to cling to romance, cling to the love that you have in life. The people that want to love you and pour into you, let them love you. If you have a lot of hostility in your relationships, this is going to be some time to kind of ask yourself, okay, what's going on with this? If I'm in a space where I need love, I need support, I need friendship, I need companionship, why am I being met with so much resistance? Why am I being met with these hostilities? Where is this coming from? We also have younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. We have feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. We have wealth. We have flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. And we have claw. Be careful. Do not take risks. Claw. Be careful. Do not take risks. Come on, get into it. Do not take risks. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Wealth and someone you know is undependable and insincere. So Aquarius, it's definitely time to recognize why you want to take the risk in the first place. If you want to take the risk because you've allowed your standards to be lowered and you've been accepting anything and now you're just like, okay, I'm just ready to do something different. You might want to check back in with yourself and say, okay, why have I lowered my standards? Why have I accepted less? Why have I allowed myself to be miserable? That's what you need to ask yourself. I feel like that's why I'm saying you might not want to take a risk. Ask yourself why you even stepped into that situation in the first place, because that's what's going to let you know how to never step into that again. If you take a risk, okay, you'll just end up in a new beginning all over again. And essentially, you'll have the chance to make the same mistake again. And maybe you will. Maybe that's what you'll need to do to learn. But I feel like, your energies are saying there's another way. I feel like that's what this reading is saying, that there's another way. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. And if that means, if you feel like you want to take a risk, but you feel like that risk would mean you lowering your standards, or you just not protecting yourself, you allowing yourself to get close to someone or something that is undependable and insincere, you need to ask yourself, when is the right time for me to be uncomfortable, and what is the right kind of discomfort I need to allow myself to be in? Discomfort doesn't mean, okay, I'm gonna keep staying with this person that's treating me like this because this is my friend and I don't have nowhere else to go, so like, I don't know what it is for you. Let me see if I can think of another example. If there's something that we want to do and we know it's going to put us in a bad situation, but we decide that we want to do it anyway because it's comfortable for us, or because that's just what we want to do right now, like we're just like, this is just what I want to do. I mean, stop playing yourself. I mean, you that ain't God plan for you. I feel like this is the kind of situation where people do stuff and they like, the devil busy. It's like, is the devil busy, or are you busy? Are you busy doing too much when you're not supposed to be doing nothing right now? Like right now, Aquarius, you need to be focusing on not lowering your standards and not just jumping into stuff. Now is the time to be careful and cautious about what you're doing. And I feel like that's typically not in Aquarius's nature, but you're going to have to call in on that nature right now. Someone is undependable and insincere. You need to take a pause in what you're doing to check this person's energy and check where this is coming from, because it could be affecting you and making you feel bad. And that could be why you're dealing with these issues in finances and also in these issues in hostilities. You need to ask yourself, what is attracting these energies around you? And if you're attracting them, what are you attracted to? That's bringing it into your life. Like attraction and magnetism and frequency and vibration is all, very cyclical. If you have certain things around you, it's because there's something in you that's attracting that type of force. So it's always about us. I feel like that's why we have don't take risks and don't lower your standards. Someone around you can't trust. This is a time to be observing and be like, how the fuck am I going to move in this situation? That's what your energies want you to do. Figure out how you're going to move, because you're still going to have to figure out how to move, even if you put yourself in a different environment. You're still going to have to figure out how to move, and you may need to move differently. You may need to switch it up. You may need to take on a different position, but it may be harder for you to do that depending on what you allow yourself to step into. Oh no! Am I glitching or am I fine? Because I'm fine on here. I'm looking at myself on the computer and I'm still good. So it might be glitching for you guys. It might be glitching for you wherever you are, but let me know if I'm still good, guys. If it did glitch, it should be back good because I'm looking at myself on this computer and I'm fine. If you're an Aquarius and this is reading you down, then let me know. We have perfect timing. Perfect timing, and we have ask for help from others. Ask for help from others. Reach out. Reach out. Stop feeling like you have to do it all on your own. Stop feeling like you have to suffer. Or stop feeling like things just have to be what they've always been. Things don't have to be hard just because they've always been hard. Things don't have to always just be rough and just pull you every which way. It doesn't have to be like that every time. You know, you have the opportunity to try something different and step into a different space. And I think you'll feel good about it. I think it'll, you know, come full circle and give you what you need in the long run. And that's what you want to step into. Finally getting what you need. Perfect timing, ask for help from others. We have Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. And we have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. Ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. So this is great. I definitely feel like you guys have, you know, a big opportunity here to do something different. And again, ancestral, generational, it's bigger than you. That's why this is such a big issue for you, because it's bigger than you. There's probably everybody in your family probably never wants to ask for help, which is why instead of asking for help and waiting, you're just like, let me just do this right now. When maybe that's not the best thing for you to do. Your guidance is divinely guided. So the guidance that you get is going to come when it needs to come. Don't jump ahead of God's guidance for you. Don't leap ahead of God's guidance for you. If you've been told one thing and you're waiting to see what the next message is, just wait. The next message hasn't come yet. Just wait on what the next message is. Sometimes that's the best thing for us to do instead of jumping ahead. Ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. Ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. We have intention, spinning fate. Spinning fate, intention. What is your intention? What is your intention? You know what you tell the universe and what you tell God and what you tell yourself. When you act like you can't sit still, you tell yourself that I don't have time, that my time is running out, that I don't have enough time, and if I don't do it right now, I'm not going to be able to do it. And you end up telling yourself that same thing every day. You set the intention. You decide if you ain't got no time left. You decide if your time is past. You decide that. And if that's what you want to decide, then hey, it's up to you to decide that, but it's on you to make that decision. We also have awareness. Look beyond what you see. Awareness. Look beyond what you see. Look beyond what you see. Look beyond what you see. So yes. Aquarius, that is what we have for you guys. If you're an Aquarius, and I guess this message resonated. I mean, this is a 2025 prediction. So even if it doesn't resonate for you, because it might not resonate for everybody, this is what you need to be preparing to expect, you know. So maybe the question is, let me know if this resonated. Just sound off down below about how you feel about it, because it's coming. So just sound off down below about how you feel about it. Maybe that's the best thing to say. But Aquarius, take advantage of this opportunity to start doing things differently. Take advantage of this new start for you guys. I think you guys will really be appreciative of everything that is to them. So yes. Pisces, let's go ahead and get into your tea. Someone told me that it was glitching. Please let me know if it's still glitching, guys. Like I said, I am watching myself and it's not glitching for me. So let me know if it's glitching for y'all. But let's go ahead and get into this Pisces reading. Your 2025 prediction. Now, before I read these cards, I'm going to go ahead and start off with my divine abundance. At the beginning of this reading, I I showed you guys every card deck. So if you just clicked on your timestamp, you might have missed it. So make sure you go back and watch the beginning, the intro of the video, if you want to see the decks that I'm using. It's the same decks I always use, but you can get a peek at it if you'd like. All right, Pisces, let's go ahead and get into it. So we have sacrifice. Sometimes surrender is painful. God is cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, and addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. Sometimes surrender is painful. God is cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, and addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. So sometimes surrender is painful, Pisces. Sometimes, Pisces, you have to let certain things go, but it is a sacrifice that needs to be made. And the correct things the things that need to be cut away are being cut away. Mind you, this is for sun, moon, and rising. Remember, that's a sun, moon, and rising for every sign. So, Pisces, you need to let it go because you're just delusional about it anyway. You know, illusions, obsessions, and addictions. Sorry, that was a drag, but this is illusions, obsessions, and addictions. Sacrifice, girl, you should be happy to let this fake stuff go. Illusions, it is not what you think it is. You think it's yours, but it is not. Obsessions, this is taking over too much of your life. This is taking over too much of your life. What is more important than you? What is more important than you? And addictions, again, what is more important than you? What have you put above your mental health, your well-being, your connection with God? We need to sacrifice some stuff, Pisces, but it's stuff that we should be excited about sacrificing. You should look forward to letting go of this stuff that no longer serves you. We have man holding a heart. We have storm warning. We have goddess of the moon. Goddess of the moon. So storm warning. Everybody that's trying to give you a heart is not the right person. You know, be mindful of who's trying to give you love and who isn't, because I think that, of course, you guys do have love coming your way, as all Pisces deserve, but you have to get rid of these illusions and obsessions and addictions before you get that. You're never going to get that if you don't let go of this fake stuff that's taking up all the space in your life. Because this stuff is making you doubt yourself. It's making you second guess yourself. It's not making you feel good. When you're addicted to something, when something is an obsession for you, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like love. It feels like if you stop thinking about it or focusing on it or tending to it, it'll be gone. And that when it's gone, it means that you're a failure and that you suck. And if you have that type of relationship with something, that's not a good relationship. That's not a relationship that you can maintain. So if you feel like that about stuff, let it go. And if you feel like that about everything, you may have some type of anxiety or something that you need to address. Get into it. Storm warning and goddess of the moon. So you want to approach your issues head on, Pisces. You do not want to run from your emotions. You don't want to run from being vulnerable. You don't want to run from falling apart. If you're very emotional, and of course you are, let that be your power next year. Don't let that be something that you see as a weakness. Let that be your power, because that's what's going to be helping you navigate these storms. You know, your emotions are going to be helping you navigate these storms, and they're going to be helping you see why you're in these storms, why you're dealing with these storms, and how you can come out on these things on the other side, you know, because that's the goal. You want to come out on the other side. You want to be able to feel good about, you know, what you've learned and what you've had to experience and what you've had to go through, and you deserve to feel good about it. Let's get into it, Pisces. 2025 prediction. Let's get into it. All right, we have Rose. Romance is in the air. We also have Teapots. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So you see this? Great relationships, great friendships, sisterhood, brotherhood, people that you can trust, and romance. So you have to let go of these bad relationships and the people that you don't even like. Why do you have people around you that you don't even like? Why are you with somebody that you don't even really like? Stop. Just stop, okay? We have mules, someone extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. I hope this ain't y'all. Please let it not be you. If it's somebody that's in your life, then get rid of them. Get rid of the people in your life that are mules, that are stubborn and that are unwilling to change, because you're about to change. You're about to be required to sacrifice some things, some behaviors, some illusions, some obsessions and addictions. You're going to be required to let some stuff go. So you're going to have to change, you know? We have Finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. Get it together. And we have Candle, you will be shown the way. So this is going to be an issue for you, Pisces. This is going to be an issue. You're going to have to deal with this 110%. You're going to have to deal with this next year. This is going to be your year to deal with this. And if you don't, then you're going to see. I mean, and I don't want to say that because that sounds so ominous. You're going to see. But I'm serious. Like, your friends are going to backstab the fuck out of you. Your partner is going to just show their ass. I mean, we have the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You have to do it. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You're ready. Your energies do not feel sorry for you. Trust the wiggle. What is the wiggling feeling trying to tell you? What is the wiggling feeling trying to tell you? What is the wiggling feeling trying to tell you? What is your gut telling you? When I say this, nobody feels bad for you. God is not going to look at you and be like, oh, I feel so bad for you. Because God is like, I've been showing you this and showing you this and training you for this and training you for this, preparing you for this, preparing you for this. It is time. It is time. If you've been holding it off and being stubborn, and you've been allowing stubborn people around you just because you've been listening to your insecurity, you know that you're not supposed to be doing that. So give it up. Now is the time to give it up. Now is the time to give it up and say, you know what? Why am I acting like I'm crazy? Why am I acting like I'm mentally ill? I don't want to be mentally ill. Let me stop acting like a nutcase and cut these people off. We're good. Y'all know that romance. If you are not getting the romance that you need in your romantic relationships, if you're not getting the romance that you need in romantic relationships, Pisces, how are you even surviving? If you're not getting the romance that you need, you're going to just be so gagged and so over it. We have yes. Confirmation, we have yes. So, I mean, I think you'll be able to get what you want. I think you'll be able to get what you want. But, I mean, you have to be willing to make the sacrifices. It's going to be very uncomfortable having to cut these people off and having to turn these people away and walk away from certain things. It's going to be very uncomfortable having to really listen to your emotions. Because for a lot of you, if you listen to your emotions, you won't have anybody around you. But guess what? That's what everybody has to deal with. If we all listen to our emotions and cut off people that hurt us and backstabbed us, we wouldn't have a lot of friends. We would have some people in our lives, yes, but we wouldn't have a lot. It would be a select few. And as we go through life, we may gather, more and more compadres. But you're not going to have 50 fake people around you once you get into this. And if you're somebody that just is obsessed with having people around you because obsessions and addictions and illusions, you think that it just is enough, or if you got people around you that quantity will somehow equal quality, saying that is like having a bowl of poop in front of you and telling yourself, if I fill this bowl with poop, the more poop I put in here, eventually it's going to turn into some diamonds. As long as I just keep putting shit in this bowl, there's not any amount of fake people around you, of apologies that's fake, of gaslighting, of forgiveness that's fake, of compromise that's fake, of lies. There's no amount of that will ever make it okay. You won't ever eventually get to the point where you're like, oh, this is acceptable. You'll never accept it. You'll never be okay with it. Ever. That's why you have to let it go. That's why you have to listen to what your emotions tell you when they tell you that it's time's up for something, because it'll never be okay. You'll just be running away from the fact that you have to leave. You'll be running away from the truth of the matter, which is that you just have to leave sometimes. Don't do that to yourself. All right, Pisces, your last two cards. Bright future. The darkest hour is just before the dawn. Bright future. The darkest hour is just before the dawn. Hallelujah. Okay? You can have whatever you want. Your future is bright. Your future is bright. Do it. It'll be worth it. In nature, connect with nature. Connect with nature. Nature is always great to get connected with your emotions and let stuff out and just get it out once and for all. Go in nature and scream a little bit. Some of y'all need to just really get your emotions out and feel once and for all. Pisces, that's what you can expect for 2025. Let me know how you guys felt about this. Let me know if you've already been feeling like this kind of energy is on the way and you've already been thinking about this energy and plotting on it. But yes, thank you, Pisces, for being here, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I appreciate you guys. Let's keep the ball rolling, y'all, and get right into Aries. Aries, let's see what we have for you. Let's go ahead and start with the divine abundance as always. Aries, let's see what we have for you. We're officially on our first fire sign. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's get into it. All right, Aries, we have sanctity. Through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. Through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. Beautiful. So I feel like with this sanctity card, your energies want you to take every misfortune or every obstacle next year very seriously and see everything as an opportunity to let God work in your life. See everything as an opportunity to see God work. Don't feel like you have to do anything by yourself. Next year is your year to have the temple path. It's your year to have a soft life in Christ. It's your year to have a soft life in the spirit. It's your year to have a soft life where you're not feeling like you have to carry this big load on your own. This is really your year to say, you know what, God, handle it, please. And let me know when it's taken care of. Aries, that's the energy that y'all need to be in. We have the temple path. Like I said, we also have deceit. And we have the seventh chakra. We have deceit in the 7th chakra. So I feel like you guys are definitely going to be in a space where, again, give these problems to God. You're not always going to know why people do things and why they say things, but the 7th chakra is your crown chakra. This is where our Christ consciousness, our higher consciousness lies. Your psychic gifts, your psychic abilities, your intuition. This is your time to really stand on that and let that be your foundation. We also have get more information and the situation will improve. Get more information and the situation will improve. So I feel like you guys definitely have an opportunity here to, just be reminded to pray incessantly. Pray, ask God for information, trust your intuition, continue to ask questions and figure out more and figure out more and figure out more and get to the bottom of it. Get to the bottom of it. The situation will improve. So I think that if you guys are, dealing with any frustration, or if you are going to be dealing with any frustration next year, just know that it's going to get better. But, seek the temple path and allow the temple path to just give you some peace of mind as you're moving forward, and don't feel like you have to handle everything on your own. Trust that God is with you. Trust that you have the energies and the support that you need to move forward and have faith in yourself. We have Elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser in the end. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser in the end. We have Rabbit. Too much concern with sexual matters. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Some of you guys may want to do a little celibacy challenge next year. Pay attention to your work. Of course, you want to focus on what you're doing. Focus on career. We have Eagle, triumph over obstacles, and we also have marriage. OMG, Aries, we have marriage. So we know marriage is a very, very, very big commitment. If you guys want a big commitment in your life, if you don't want marriage, if you want a home, if you want a business, marriage is not just about two people being married in a spiritual sense. It's about business collaboration. It's about commitment. It's about contracts. It's about connecting with things that are supposed to be in your life for the foreseeable future. We have a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser in the end. Marriage is that type of journey. But we also have triumph over obstacles. So you guys are going to be okay. You're going to soar like an eagle. Over these obstacles. Pay attention to your work. Keep your head in the books. Don't be distracted by the BS. Next year. Trust that everything that's happening is preparing you for where you're going forward. And it's happening for a reason. Trust that it's happening for a reason and move forward and continue to trust yourself. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We also have Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. And we have Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? I was trying to avoid this the whole time. Aries, y'all definitely need to get your anger under control. Something from the past is triggering you, or you're just allowing something to get under your skin. And it's not even that deep. It's that deep, but it shouldn't even, it's peanuts to an elephant. You're on a real life journey right now. You have real shit to do and worry about. This stuff that you're worrying about and that you're letting bother you, girl, please don't let that stuff bother you. Don't let it bother you. Don't let it get to you. And it might seem very, very serious and very, very big to you, but I don't know you. I don't know the situation. I just know your energy. So me knowing your energy lets me know what you're capable of. And you're capable of more than you think. You think that what you're dealing with is strong enough to take you out, but I'm telling you it's not. This is only preparing you for what you're really going to face in the future. This is nothing. And when you get done with this, you'll realize that it was nothing. You'll realize like, oh, wow. Please, I could have, please. I was waiting to step into this. This is exactly what I needed because now I'm ready for this, And that's what we need. We have patience through darkness to the light. So be patient, guys. And we have forgiveness, compassion, and kindness. So yes. I love that, Aries. I think this is the first reading I clapped for, but I love that, Aries. I feel like you guys have a very promising year ahead. I think it's going to be a really big chance for you to step into a lot of things and, just see the patience. And, these two cards look similar. This looks like the older version. Doesn't this white-haired woman look like the older version of this orange-haired woman? That's what it looks like to me. Not saying y'all gonna be old and gray by the time, you get to the end of this journey, but you're gonna be so wise and so better off because you handle this period of your life differently and because you don't do what you typically always do. You know, you're going to be carrying your energy differently. You're going to be letting different things get control of your energy. You're going to be protecting yourself differently, and that's going to change everything. So I think you guys have a beautiful, beautiful year up ahead. Of course, it's going to be work. Like, we all have a lot of work to do, but yes, that's what we have for you, Aries. Aries, let me know how you guys feel about the 2025 prediction for you guys. We're going to be moving right into Taurus. Thank you guys for being here. As always, I appreciate you guys. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. 2025 prediction. Let's get into it. All right, we have allowing, Taurus, allowing. This says radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. Radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. So very, very beautiful. Say yes. Say yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. It doesn't mean that you are happy about it, but sometimes we just need to say, you know what? Okay. Instead of trying to fight and fight and fight and fight and fight to prove ourselves wrong, to prove the world wrong, to prove somebody else wrong or whoever, sometimes we just have to, you know, accept stuff for what it is, and that sucks. I know y'all hate that. I know Tauruses hate that, but sometimes that's what we have to do. But that's how we get to the next thing. You know, the longer we harp over something, the longer we sit in it. So I think that next year is going to be y'all's year of letting go. And you've been tested by that this year in a lot of different spaces. You've had to maybe be forced to let go in some spaces this year. So just keep that energy in mind next year. It's going to be the year of letting go. Alrighty, so Taurus, let's get into it. As always, guys, you can check down below to get your tickets to the year-end releasing event, personal readings, private sessions, all of that. Get into it down below. We have indecision. We have victory. And we also have door to spirit. Indecision, victory, and door to spirit. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Let's get into it. So, of course, indecision. Don't even worry about making a decision. Just let it be. If you sit there and you're just thinking, oh my God, 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 y'all will sit there and make yourselves crazy trying to decide what you want to do. We have reconsider and we have compromise. We have reconsider and compromise. So try to find points of compromise. Try to find ways that you can work with yourself rather than working against yourself. Try to find things that bring you peace and direction in moments of needing to figure out what's next. You know, don't feel like you have to just go with what you think initially. If you guys are, you know, flip-floppers, or it may take you some time to kind of decide what you want to do, or because of the anxiety about making a decision, sometimes you just make it and then you're like, am I making this because I'm making it, or am I making it because I'm forced to make it? You know, I feel like your energies want you to be open to reconsidering. You know, you don't have to stand on something and die on every hill. You know, sometimes you can say, you know what, let me question what I'm standing on. Let me really, really make sure that this is where I want to put my energy, because you are making investments with your time, with your energy, with your love, with your belief, and with your faith. When you have faith in something, you're making an investment into it. So we have to be mindful of what we believe and what we choose to put our faith in. We have victory and we have door to spirit. So I feel like there's a lot of blessing coming to you guys. You're definitely going to be connecting with spirit more. Compromise, reconsider. You're going to be getting a lot of balance in your life too. Just recognizing the balance between the indecision that we face in life. You know, the one constant is that nothing is constant. The one thing that's always true is that we may not ever know what is true. The one thing that we can always know is that we don't know anything. It's kind of one of those situations, and having peace in that is what allows us to just accept things. It's what allows us to say, okay, you know, I know that eventually I'll be where I need to be, even though it's hard, even though it's stressful. It just allows us to have faith and know that we'll be able to get there eventually. Guys, I have to take some water. I have to get some water. All right. I was trying not to drink any water, but I mean, girl, I don't know how long it's been, but I'm on my 6th sign, honey. I need a sip of water. All right. Let's get into it, Taurus. Let's get into it. How are you guys feeling about it already? Taurus, sun, moon, rising, sound off down below. What you guys are probably going to end up doing is making like one comment where you kind of chime in on your sun, moon, and rising, which is fine. So just make sure you're updating the comment as we're going so we can get into the tea. All right, guys, we have ladder, climbing towards success. Climbing towards success. We have dark man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. A man with dark skin or dark hair. We have money path. A path to money is waiting for you to find it. A path to money is waiting for you to find it. We have claw. Be careful and do not take risks. Do not take risks. Be careful. And we have nest. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. An emotionally secure and loving family is important to you. So obviously we need family. We need to take we're worried about taking risk. If you guys have issues with family, if this dark person, this dark man, if this is your dad, if this is a sibling, then you might need to, do some releasing work or just question yourself to handle this relationship with this person differently. If you're having any issues in family, in your support system, in your community, and those are relationships that are important to you, those are relationships that you want to maintain and you want to keep these relationships going, you want to be mindful of how you handle those relationships. And this could be a good time to, handle these relationships differently. We have a ladder, climbing towards success, and a path with money is waiting for you to find it. So there's definitely some abundance on the way. There's definitely a bag on the way for sure. That's always good to know. We have claw, be careful and do not take risks. So I feel like, your energies are leading you down a path where you really don't have to do much, which is great. I feel like you'll definitely have, an opportunity fall in your lap. So I feel like your energies just want you to trust that and trust that you're being prepared. Let's get into this, guys. We have the initiation, rite of passage, and crossing the threshold. Just like I was saying, you're being prepared, the initiation. Get you some water, thanks. I just needed a sip. And we have pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So look at this place that you guys are coming out of and you're stepping into something different. You guys are coming out of the darkness, the shadows, the cave, and you're stepping into something different where you can trust yourself, where you can see yourself, where you know yourself, where the path of money is waiting for you to find it, where you can accept what's next, where you aren't letting things harbor in your energy and harbor in your spirit. Next year, something that's big for everybody next year is going to be making sure that you're not holding on to stuff, because the stuff that we hold on to is going to be haunting us more than ever next year. It's really going to be haunting us. The stuff that we've held on to is going to haunt us. And also, we're going to be up against more stuff. We're going to be up against more tests. We're going to be up against more things that we have to handle and defeat and cross before we're in that final space. We're going to be blessed. We're going to be getting more things. We're going to be expanding our territory, which means what? More money, more problems, more issues, more responsibilities, more wisdom that we have to step into. So it ain't stopping. It's only ramping up. And we need to get prepared for how it's going to be ramping up. And holding on to stuff, holding on to grudges, not being able to let the past be the past, not being able to get over failure and loss and L's and, just letting these things just tear us down. And we feel like, oh, I'm such a failure. No. This is not the time to feel like that. This is not the time to feel like that. This is the time to just always be on your side and always be on the side of the future version of you. And think about what the future version of you needs. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. That's what I have for you guys. Sound off down below in the comments. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. How are you feeling about the tea? Let me know. Let me know how you feel about the tea. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. We're going to get into you. Come on, Geminis. Let's see what we have for the Geminis, sun, moon, and rising. 2025 predictions. 2025 messages. Let's get into it. Gemini, we have awakening. Awakening. This card says, "Oh my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. Oh my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense." Definitely something to pay attention to, Gemini. Asking the Lord to speak directly to you. Let me hear your voice outside of my instincts, outside of me trying to survive, outside of me just trying to make it. Let me hear you above all. So really make sure you're listening to God's voice next year and every year, honey. We have angel of balance. We have attachment. And we have a woman holding a heart. So we're definitely stepping into a space where we're offering love and where we have love being offered to us as well. We have angel of balance. This is a reminder to take care of yourself just as much as you're taking care of everybody else. And with attachment, there is something that we need to let go of. I was trying to see if I was going to be able to go through this whole reading without dropping a card, and of course I couldn't. But we have attachment. So there is definitely something from the past that we're holding on to. There is a mask. There is an identity. There is something from the past that we are holding on to. And sometimes that's when we need to hear God over ourselves, you know. Something that someone told me a long time ago that I always think about now is that we have to see ourselves the way that God sees us. So sometimes that means forgiving ourselves, or, you know, just not beating down on ourselves, you know, when we feel like we've done something in the past that we shouldn't have done, you know. So maybe you guys should, you know, think about that and figure out what's causing you to not believe your intuition, what's causing you to not believe what God has told you about where you're going and who you are. We have be assertive. And we also have forgiveness. We have forgiveness as well. So if we need to forgive somebody else so we can move on from that point of our lives, remember, we've already been talking about that with some other signs. If you are holding on to stuff, you're blocking yourself, you're blocking your energy, you're blocking your mind. Ooh, we have rat. Someone working against you behind your back. Someone working against you behind your back. So yeah, we have angel of balance too. So for some of you guys, this attachment might just be letting people take advantage of you. You might have a part of you that just lets people walk all over you. And, you know, as you're trying to find your cojones, you might have somebody that's like, just feeling some type of way about that, you know? So be mindful of that. I feel like that's why we have that energy of be assertive. And forgiveness, because you're going to have to forgive these people. Skull, hidden secrets can harm you. Oh, Lord, Geminis, what y'all been doing? If y'all been talking shit about somebody being nasty, I feel like if y'all have been talking shit about somebody with somebody else and this person stops liking you, they're going to end up basically spinning the story and making it seem like you was the one that was talking all the shit. So just be aware of that, you know, like I feel like y'all just, let me just keep pulling these cards. I feel like, did y'all let somebody in y'all life and from the beginning, you know, you shouldn't have trusted them, but you did it anyway because you wanted them in your life for bad reasons? Not bad reasons, but low vibrational reasons, whatever those low vibrational reasons are, you know, for whatever reason. If you guys formed a relationship off of something that isn't the best, then it might be coming to bite you in your ass. And it might be the source of a lot of, you know, insecurity, doubt, second guessing. It might be the source of a lot of that. So we have 4-leaf clover, great good fortune. We have turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. Great good fortune. Someone is behaving stupidly. And we have fair woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. So this person working against you behind your back, it could be somebody with fair skin. It could be somebody with blonde or white hair. But I feel like this could be somebody that knows about you and about some stuff that you maybe have done in the past, stuff that you might not be proud of anymore. So just be mindful of that. You know, be mindful of, you know, maybe how you've closed off certain situations or just certain situations that you've been in. Just be mindful of that. And if that's an L that you have to take, then just take the L. You know, we have great good fortune. So, of course, there's definitely some good fortune on the way, Gemini, even though we got all this stuff in here. There's definitely some good fortune, so it's not all bad. But I feel like this is just, I feel like we just shouldn't have been involved with this person anyway from jump. Like, I feel like we just shouldn't have been involved with this person or with this energy. Whether this is somebody that you know and they have somebody tied to them that is no good, and now you involved in something that don't got nothing to do with you. I don't know exactly what this is, but somebody that you've had a bad feeling about. I feel like this person is going to be just, you know, trying some stuff next year. I'm doing Gemini right now. We also have Pillar of Light. We've pulled this card so much. We have Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. And we have protection. Call back your power, cut the cord, and soul retrieval. Call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. Okay, but Gemini, so maybe you used to be like them, but you ain't like them no more. If you used to be playing these games, okay, then your vibration is rising. Like I said, if you used to be doing these low vibrational things with these people, talking shit about people, being nasty, being messy, whatever, being involved in stuff that you know you shouldn't have been involved in, dealing with people that you shouldn't have been dealing with, all kind of stuff, been attaching yourself to stuff that you know you don't need to be attached to. If you've been doing that, now is the time for you to mature past that. And I feel like you've been working to mature past that, but maybe you've been having a little imposter syndrome because you've been involved with this stuff for so long. But we have called back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. So I feel like, you know, you didn't step into this space with a bad intention. You know, like maybe you let these people take advantage of you. You weren't able to be assertive or speak your truth or what have you. And that's why we have these energies now about, I feel like my chair is squeaking a lot. Sorry, y'all. But I feel like now we have these energies about just standing on what you want, standing on what you believe in, being who you want to be. And because you're doing that, you have great good fortune coming to you. So the secrets, the mess, the stuff that's going on behind your back, don't even pay that shit no mind. Like, all of that is just collateral damage, because when you lay down with dogs, they're going to have fleas that's coming around. You can get up and make sure that you're not there when the fleas come around, but you're going to have to get up and move around. So don't be bothered by the fleas and what's going on with them, and don't even be worried about that. Just know, hey, that's what happens when I'm around situations like that. Anytime I was involved with mess and drama was involved with me. And even though I wasn't in those spaces anymore, maybe my name might still pop up, or they might still say this or this, but hey, I was once tolerating that. So it is what it is. I just have to deal with the repercussions of myself allowing that type of stuff to happen around me, you know? So yeah, that's what you guys need to recognize, Gemini. This squeaky ass chair is gonna be the death of me. But that's what we need to recognize. You know, we need to just recognize when we need to let something go. Recognize when we've acceptance, the cycle of life. Thank you, Holy Spirit. The cycle of life. So literally, it is the cycle of life. You're coming to the end of a cycle of life where you're no longer doing things that you used to do. Certain friends are not going to be attracted to you. You're going to want everything to be different. May you be a spiritual sheep. You know, let the Lord show you a new way to function and a new way to go about these things. And we have imagination. Let your dreams take flight. Let your dreams take flight. So if you've also just been being whoever people want you to be, if you've been allowing people to just take advantage of you and, you know, turn you into whoever they feel like you should be or whatever, just to kind of avoid confrontation, I think that is something that Geminis can do. People always say that Geminis are two-faced or however many faced. And I think that Geminis have the benefit of being chameleons, and it's a good and a bad thing, because it's almost too easy to forget who you are and just allow people to turn you into somebody else. So if you've done that, then this is your time to just say, you know what, enough is enough. I want to be who I am, and I want to walk in the truth of that every single day. And this is your opportunity to step into that. So yes. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. That's what I have for you guys. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. That is your 2025 prediction. Big change coming, Gemini. I feel like you're being graduated, you know, from hanging out with certain people, doing certain stuff, being around certain things, and now you're stepping into a new space that's going to serve you a lot more than the previous one did. So, yes, Gemini, that's what I have for you guys. Let me know how the tea was hitting. We are halfway through the Zodiac, guys. Let's go ahead and get into Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's go ahead and get into it. For Cancer, we have limitless. See yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways. The divine can use anything and anyone. See yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways. The divine can use anything and anyone. All right, great. You want to know and trust that you can step into these different spaces, that you can believe in yourself, and that, you know, there's no need to doubt. There's no need to second guess. The divine can use anything and anyone. We did glitch a little bit, but we're all good now. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We also have contract. We also have healer of the ages. And we have the thinking woman. Contract, healer of the ages, and the thinking woman. So this is also going to be your year to just decide where you want to kind of get locked in. You guys might be signing a lease. You could be getting married. You could be moving in with somebody. You could be accepting a job position. We have healer of the ages. Let me open this door for my cat. Excuse me. Hurry up. hope he doesn't jump up here because he's always trying to jump up here. But yeah, with Healer of the Ages, you know, just remind yourself that you have the power. Remind yourself that, you know, you aren't in a space where you have to say yes to anything. You know, don't just agree to something just to agree to it. Don't say yes just because that's what people want you to do. And we have the thinking woman. So I think it's important for you to be in a space of reflection. And I think it's important for you to know that people have their own damn brains. You know, like, don't feel like if you don't figure it out for people, they're going to figure it out for themselves. And every time I get the thinking woman or the thinking man, it shows up different in every reading. But that's what I'm getting from in this reading in particular. Don't feel like people can't think for themselves. This is going to be your time to kind of focus on what you need and what's the best thing for you. And, you know, not feel like you have to just always do everything for everybody. You don't. You know, if people don't want to do this for themselves or they don't want to do that for themselves, honey, that's too bad. You focus on what you need and you keep moving forward. Don't feel like you have to, you know, do certain things for people. Hello? We have be assertive and we have the situation will improve. Be assertive and the situation will improve. So I feel like if you're asking yourself, oh my God, what's going to happen to my relationships? They're only going to get better. They're only going to get better. You know, as you speak your piece, as you let it be known what you need, the only thing that can happen to your relationship is that it gets better, truthfully, because people that love you, they want you to put your foot down. People that like to manipulate you want to be able to keep manipulating you. But people that don't want to manipulate people that don't want to manipulate you, people that don't want to take advantage of you, people that don't feel like all you have to offer is this or this. I mean, come on now. You're going to be in a space where it's going to be time for you to, you know, just put you first. You're going to have due responsibility. You know, we have announcement. And we also have basket, recognition and reward for merit. So you guys can be getting a promotion at work. Like I said, new job, promotion, we have contracts. So you guys are going to be leveling up in a certain space and you're going to have more on your plate than ever before. And you're going to want to, you know, be specific about who's taking place in your life, you know, who's taking up space in your life. You need to get out the way. You need to get out the way completely. Just get out the way. Just stay right there, girl. But yeah, you want to be specific about who's taking up space in your life because you don't have energy to waste. You won't have energy to waste in the future. It's going to be all about you and all about your goals. And anything else is not going to be able to give you what you need. And you're going to have to just be very, very mindful of that. We also have fly, a period of ill health, depression. A period of ill health or depression. I'm trying to talk to my cat and make sure he doesn't get in the front. Solstice, you can't be up here right now. I'm sorry, sweetie. Back up. This is live. I know you're not used to mama filming live, but when it's live, I can't do anything about it. So stay back. Okay. A period of ill health or depression. I know y'all don't care about him moving back and forth, but I'm just saying. A period of ill health or depression. If you have people around you that don't even give a damn about you, how are they going to be able to support you when you're going through a period of ill health? You know, what if you get sick and you need people to take care of you, or you need somebody to pick up your slack, or what if you're having a bad day and you need somebody to encourage you? The people that you have around you, if all they're trying to do is take, they're going to be no good when you get into this next season. They're not going to be able to do anything for you. They're not going to be able to do nothing for you. So be assertive now, because when you move forward, you're going to be like, dang, you know, I took care of y'all in this space, supported you in this space, did whatever for you right here, did whatever you needed right here. I was always who you needed and what you needed. But now that I need that same energy, it's nowhere to be found. You know, that sucks. And nobody ever likes to feel like that. And no one should ever have to feel like that. And that's basically what we have to work on now. Let me move this a little bit so his back isn't in it. So sis, you really need to get off of this doggone table. You're being ridiculous. Let me see if this is a little bit better, because he's literally mentally ill. And I don't want nobody being like, oh, look at the cat. Because people always do that. And I'm like, they getting on my nerves. They in my space. But anyway, let's get into this. Elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. And we have broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. A long journey, either physical or mental, leaving you wiser at the end. And then we have broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. All of these people are not going to care about you taking on a new leaf. And the bad thing is this. When you allow people, or the unfortunate thing rather, when you allow people to take advantage of you and you finally say, you know what, that's not flying here anymore. Most of the time, they don't care. Most of the time, they're going to be like, well, you know what? I don't want you if you're not going to be letting me abuse you. I don't want you if you're not going to let me talk to you any kind of way. I don't want you if you're not going to, you know, always put me first and do this and do this. So You end up in a situation where you have to say, okay, am I going to, just not have anybody in my life? Or am I going to allow this person to be in my life, but I'm not going to be able to maybe connect with them how I need to, or, be myself with them. I might have to really be mindful of how I connect with them, because if I do in a certain way, maybe they won't be able to reciprocate that energy. I can't just connect with somebody how I would normally want to. I have to connect with them in a way that makes me say, okay, let me think twice before I just give this person everything. Let me think twice before I answer this person's call on the first ring. Let me think twice before I let this person loan me money. It makes you realize that your boundaries are something that you have to change across the board. And it's something that you have to keep up and keep up and keep up and keep up. It's not something that you can start and then, back down with. And that's so hard to do when you have people in your life that don't respect your boundaries, because they're going to always be trying to find those spaces where they can get in, where they can fit in. And that's why you have to be assertive. That's why you have to just make sure that you don't connect yourself or commit yourself with anybody or anything that's not going to give you what you need in the long run. Because if you do, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. We have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. And we also have Soul Family, calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So great. I feel like our energies are just reminding us that even though we have to leave people behind right now, it doesn't mean you're never going to find family again. You won't ever find friends again. So just remember that and trust that, because I know it can be difficult to realize that you have to cut certain people off. But just know that it doesn't mean that it's the end for you. It doesn't mean that it's the end for you and the end for friendships. And you're creating your heaven on earth. It's happening. You're creating heaven on earth. So you want people that you can trust in your paradise. That's the best thing about life. We can create what we want. If you want to be in hell, then you can make hell on earth. By having people that use you and abuse you and don't really care about what you want or what you need. Or you can choose to have heaven on earth and have people around you that only mean you well and only want the best for you. We have Strength. Now, this is my favorite card because this is just the most gorgeous card to me in this deck. We have Strength. And we also have Your Path. Have courage to follow your own path. This card says, know your strength. Have courage to follow your own path and know your strength. So keep these things in mind, Cancer. If you have to let people go, cut people off, remove people from your space, know that you're strong enough to do it. Know that you're deserving of it, that you're worthy of it. Don't be afraid to follow your own path, even if everybody thinks you're doing too much, even if everybody's like, you're going to cut them off for that? Yes. You're going to leave them behind for that? Yes. Yes, I am. Just stand on business. Just stand on business. And I feel like Cancers, this is something that you guys have probably always been battling, because for Cancers, it's always difficult to set those boundaries and, not let the people you love just do whatever they want. But we're in a new season, okay? We're in a new season of protecting ourselves and protecting our peace, and it's mandatory. And you really do live a better life when you protect your peace seriously. So get into it, Cancers. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. That is your tea for the 2025 prediction. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let me know how you guys feel about the tea down below. I appreciate you guys as always, and I thank you guys for being here. Leos, make way for the Leos. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Happy Leo season, by the way, guys. Don't mind me. Every season is Leo season. Welcome, Leos, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's go ahead and get into it for the Leos. Shout out to whoever is putting the timestamps. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Leo, let's get into it. So for Leos, we have right now. Stay in the present and don't get too far ahead of the flow. You'll soon trust that nothing more will come, can be handled at each moment. Stay in the present and don't get too far ahead of the flow. You'll soon trust that nothing more will come and can be handled at each moment. Right now, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So don't get too ahead of yourself. Don't get antsy. Don't get restless. Find something to do with your energy. All right, we have Door to Value. Door to Value. We have Contract. And we have Victory. Door to Value, Contract, and Victory. So definitely a bag. We have a bag coming in, Leos, next year. Contract, like we've been talking about. Leases, homes, marriages, signing contracts, getting jobs, getting the bag, sealing the deal, stepping into spaces that are going to really be able to sustain you for the future. and we have victory. So stop second guessing and doubting and asking yourself, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Because it doesn't feel like it or it doesn't look like it. Trust that everything that you have right now is what you can handle. If you feel like you should have more, you would have had more if you should have had more. Period. You would have had more if you should have had more. We have abundance and we have get more information. So if you want something, get more information. If you want more, get more prepared, Leos. Get more prepared. Let that be your more. Don't just be greedy just to be greedy because you're used to having everything. Don't be greedy just because you're used to getting everything that you want. If you want more, go get it. If you want more, go get it. Stop fucking playing. Stop playing with me. We have pig. Beware of greed. Stop playing with me. Beware of greed. Beware of greed. We have fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Passionate love or hate. Passionate love or hate. So I feel like you guys need to just be mindful of greed. Be mindful of greed. Don't allow yourself to just get so unsatisfied with what you have right now because you're just looking ahead at the future. Remember that if you were supposed to have it right now, you would have it right now. What you have right now is what you're supposed to have. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming, Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Know that a change is coming. Things are not going to always be this way. There's going to be a new thing, something new. A new season, a new thing, a new cut, a new color, a new hairdo. Okay, get into it. That's what you need. That's what you need. We have legs. Step into a new experience. Step into a new experience. So really just be patient, Leos. It's being prepared for you. Be patient. And we have back. Take care. Enemies are working against you. The haters are hating. Take care. The last thing you want to do when the haters are hating is forget who you are. Let the stress start getting to you and start making you doubt yourself and say, wait. The enemies are working against you. They're hating. They're wondering how you're doing what you're doing right now and you feel like you ain't even doing nothing. You have people looking at you and they're like, how is she doing that? How are they doing that? How has he managed to do that? They have kids, they have these jobs, they have this, they're not feeling good. How are they able to do what they're doing right now? And you feel like you're not even doing enough. And you're not doing enough. It's somebody's best day of the motherfucking week. If anybody told you, I just did, okay? So get into it. Don't let the enemies get to you. People are hating, okay? They hating. So just be mindful of it. And don't let it catch you off guard. Be aware of it. You know who you are, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Stop playing with me. We have Dance with Life. Do something to change your energy. Do something to change your energy. Remind yourself of who you are. We have Awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. You're going to be a new person. After this, you're not going to stress anymore. You're not going to be greedy. You're not going to care how long it takes for you to get to the finish line. You are not going to care. You're going to be so comfortable being the rabbit versus, the rabbit versus the tortoise. You're going to be so comfortable being the tortoise in the race. You're going to be so comfortable taking things slow and steady. Ooh, you're going to be so comfortable taking things slow and steady. And your passion is a beautiful thing. So don't let your passion become something that makes you go insane. We have fire, passionate love or hate. Don't let your passion turn into greed and restlessness and impatience because it can. Don't let that happen, Leo. We also have balance, light and dark. Balance, light and dark. Sometimes we on, sometimes we not. Sometimes we ready, sometimes we not. We have to recognize when it's time to take a break. And we have self-exploration, fairy tales and myths. Self-exploration. So look within, look within and trust that everything is happening as it needs to. If anything, this is a beautiful lesson in patience and in taking our time. So yes, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I love this Leo tea. What a great reading for the Leos. I'm not going to give y'all my big three. I don't need nobody clocking me. But if you know, you know. But for the Leo Suns, I feel pretty good. Leo, let me know how you feel about the read. I feel very good about that. Even though I clap for the Aries. I'm not even an Aries, but I clap for the Aries. But I'm feeling good. Maybe it's the fire signs. We got to see what we got for Sag. Maybe it's the fire sign energy. But fire signs, I feel, do very well with conflict and rah-rah, And even though 2025 is going to be a year of 9, it's also going to be the 5th year in the decade, which means the year of conflict, the year of things coming up and being in your face. And sometimes fire signs are good with that. We're about to get into Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. Leos, let me know how you feel about the tea. Virgo, let's go ahead and get into it. We're coming in strong with it, Virgo. We have delusion. We're coming in strong. Intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. Intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. So Virgos, I do not know. Okay. So Virgos, by the way, guys, hope you guys are doing great. You can get private readings at the link in the description. Year-end releasing tickets at the link in the description. Everything at the link in the description. Happy birthday today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. Virgos, if you're trying to do stuff and you're trying to do stuff and you're trying to do stuff like all Virgos are, you all trying to do something. If you're not trying to surrender and do it God's way, if you're not trying to surrender and allow for things to be hand woven for you, like they have to be hand woven for all of us, if you just want it and you want it right now, you're delusional. You're delusional. And if you think you got it already, you're going to lose it next year. I really feel like if you think that, you know, I don't know. Let's just see where this is coming from. But I feel like if we've been delusional and we've been, a lot of us, the bubble that we've been letting ourselves live in is going to get popped next year. If you've been lying to yourself about your friends, about your partner, about yourself, about your job, about your family, if you've been lying to yourself about anything, the truth is going to be coming out. The truth has been revealed about everybody else next year. Next time, your truth is going to be revealed to you. Seriously. So if you've been being delusional, you're going to be realizing what you've been being delusional about and how you've been playing yourself. We have a man holding a heart. We have the temple path. And we also have goddess of the moon, Virgos, goddess of the moon. So man holding a heart, temple path, goddess of the moon. We have listen to your intuition and if you believe. Listen to your intuition and if you believe. So you have to allow your intuition, your faith. You have to let these things be your foundation. The temple path is about taking a spiritual approach. We have love here and we have femininity. We have vulnerability. We have our intuition guiding us and leading us. So you guys have to really, really, really rely on your intuition and rely on your faith and rely on the love and support that you have around you to lead you forward. You have to trust that you have people in your life that are going to provide for you in the way you need to be provided for. You have to trust that you don't have to do everything for yourself. You have to trust that you're on a path right now that is destined and ordained, and that your intuition may know better than your research or than the studies. You know, you have to trust that there is a power that knows more than you do about where you're going, you know? If you feel so strongly that you're supposed to be doing something and God is literally telling you, hell no, and your intuition is telling you, hell no, and you're going against the grain, going against the grain, going against the grain, this is going to be the time to realize why you do that. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? And what are you going to do about it? You know, it's time to really turn the mirror on ourselves and ask ourselves, why are we playing? Because as Virgos, y'all are the first person to clock somebody about being delusional. So you need to ask yourself, how am I being delusional? Do I need to be clocked? You know, I think that next year is going to be really about turning the mirror on ourselves and just, because we keep getting these two cards, the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. And we also keep getting pillar of light. You know, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So you're training. You're the oracle. It's time to see ourselves in a new light, how we've never been able to see ourselves. And to see yourself and to know yourself, I mean, it unlocks everything. We also have Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. Priestess, mystic, and teacher. You can be a know-it-all, Virgo. This is about you being a know-it-all, the right kind of know-it-all. Because you know it all because of your intuition, not because of your insecurity. It isn't your insecurity in you judging people and picking out their problems and avoiding your own that makes you a know-it-all. It's your intuitiveness. It's your connection with your, you know, with your spiritual gifts. It's your connection and your understanding of emotions. It's your connection and your understanding of how things make people feel. It's your critical thinking and your critical and your analytical nature. That's your gift, not the other stuff. Not that. That's something to leave in the past. So this is about you finding your true gifts, finding the things that are really going to be setting you up for success. We have box, you will receive a gift. We have desk, pay attention to your work. We have Stork, a birth or a business opportunity. Birth or a business opportunity. We have Barrel, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. And we also have March. Who's born in March? Aries and Pisces, I believe. Yes, Aries and Pisces. So you guys might have an Aries or a Pisces in your life, or you might have an Aries or a Pisces placement, or there could be something happening for you guys in March. You might be getting a gift in March, or a new opportunity or something in March. With a new business opportunity, you receiving a gift. Pay attention to your work. You could definitely have a new business opportunity that's going to be presented to you in March for some of you. So be preparing for that. If you're up for a promotion or something in the spring, especially with the spring equinox, that's going to be a good month for you guys to manifest some stuff with all of this new work that you're doing. And if you feel like something is lacking, it's because it is. You know, that's where the delusion is coming from. If you got a bunch of friends, but you still feel like you ain't got nobody, that's where the delusion is coming from. Why do you think you have friends when you feel alone? Clearly, you don't have friends. You feel alone. Clearly, they're not really doing what they're supposed to do. You feel alone. Clearly, you're not, getting what you need. So this is really, really a chance, Virgo, for you to redefine what you need, for you to redefine, what is giving you the satisfaction, what that satisfaction looks like, and for you to really get what you need from the people in your life, because that's going to let you be who you need to be for yourself and for them, of course. So yeah, that is what we have for you guys. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. If you're a Virgo, sun, moon, and rising, let me know how you feel about this proper drag, Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. Let's get into it. Who are we doing right now? Libras. Let's get into it, Libras. We have our Libras, our Scorpios, and our Sagittarius. Thank you guys for being here. Everybody that's checking in and tapping in, I appreciate you guys. For our Libra, sun, moon, and rising, our first card is Karma. This says there's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. There's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. So Libra, start realizing that some of the stuff that's happening to you is your karma. I think that Libras can be kind of it can be difficult for a Libra to realize when they're wrong sometimes. So I feel like if you guys are wondering why you're dealing with certain things, it could just be karma, I feel like there's just certain things that are, that you're dealing with that could just be karma from a past life. But the good thing about karma is that karma is supposed to teach us so we don't have to deal with it anymore. So whatever difficult stuff you're dealing with right now, Libra, sun, moon, and rising, this is your time to deal with it once and for all, And I feel like that can be said for a lot of us. We have you're ready. I wasn't even supposed to pull this card, but I'm just letting y'all know we got you're ready. Okay. We have you're ready. So don't think it's a gag because I told y'all the karma is knocking on your door. You're ready. You're ready for it. We have yin and yang. We have caring connections. And we also have patience, Libras. Yin and yang, caring connections, and patience. So you have to know when to take a break. You have to know when to move forward. When is it time to take a break? When is it time to step in something new? Caring connections. You have to let people in, but you have to know who to let in. And the people that you let in your life can definitely be karma. So it is important to recognize, okay, this is somebody that I need, or this is karma. And we have patience as well. And karmic connections. You guys may be stepping into some karmic connections next year, or you may be wrapping up some karmic connections. A karmic connection is typically something that's like a soul tie, but it directly pinpoints something that you have a very, very big trouble dealing with. It kind of pinpoints like your Achilles heel of your spirituality. Whatever that is for you, the karmic tie is going to specifically touch on that one thing. That one thing is going to be what that person brings out of you the most, what you struggle with the most. And you're going to have a spiritual tie with this person. You're going to feel like you can't get rid of them. You're going to feel like you guys are the same person. And chances are it's vice versa. Not chances are, it will be vice versa. They'll have the same kryptonite, Achilles heel that you trigger for them as well. Typically, those are karmic situations. Soul contracts are similar, but soul contracts don't have to do with karma. Sometimes a soul contract is just something light, but karma is typically something deep that you both need to deal with, and that's kind of how you can tell. So just be mindful of that when you're meeting people, and that ain't everybody. Don't think everybody is a karmic, because that ain't everybody, okay? But just be mindful of that. We also have, we have your ready, but we have get more information as well. And I don't know if I showed y'all, but we also have patience. So Libra, I think it's going to be really good for you guys to do a lot of journaling, a lot of prayer, a lot of meditation. We have beware of self-delusion. Beware of self-delusion. Make sure you're being mindful of what the fuck is happening. Don't just make yourself think or feel or believe that everything is okay if you know it ain't. Beware of self-delusion. Recognize where you've been wrong. Recognize where you haven't been right. Recognize where you haven't done the right thing to yourself. Recognize where you should have protected yourself and you didn't. Stop running from the karma and just recognize the truth about yourself. Libra, sun, moon, and rising. If there's a truth about yourself that's being revealed, recognize it. We have stepping into a new experience. We have discord among friend and family with mice. And we also have weeping willow with family sorrow. And we have lightning. Control your anger or you will be sorry. So your anger is being triggered. For some of us, it's our anger, or it's something that triggers a lot of anger in us. So you might have some type of trauma or something that's related to your anger, but your anger is going to be triggered by this karma. So you're going to want to deal with that. Family sorrow and discord amongst family or friends. If there's family issues or family drama that's been, holding you back and causing you to have issues in other relationships, or maybe that's why you keep stepping into these caring connections, because you have these family issues and you're looking for those caring connections. It's going to be time for you to challenge yourself to, I don't want to say make peace, but challenge yourself to do this. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So you want to spiritually release a lot of stuff. Soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. You want to let go spiritually of those things that are holding you back. That family stuff, that deep-rooted stuff. Who or what is triggering you? Who or what is triggering you? Because there's a reason you're making these decisions and you're stepping into this stuff and you're allowing this stuff and you're saying yes to it over and over again. I mean, there's a reason. So figure out what this reason is, look deep, dive deep, and it's going to come full circle for you. So be prepared for that. Also, Libra, we have transformation. Be open to change. You're definitely going to change. I mean, this karma stuff makes you a completely different person. So whatever you want next year, you're going to get it if you do this. If you show up and arrive and listen to this karma and do what you need to do in family, do what you need to do in relationships, handle your anger, figure out what the trigger is, face it once and for all, figure out the truth about you and deal with it, deal with your self-delusion. If you do that, you're going to get whatever you want next year. Mark my words, dead ass. If you do that, it'll open it up, because avoiding karma is what blocks us from stepping into what we need to. And not avoiding it, just not surrendering to it and not doing what we need to do about it, running from it, basically. We also have acceptance, the cycle of life. The cycle of life. Acceptance, the cycle of life. Acceptance is going to be very, very big for everybody. Everybody, especially you, Libra, sun, moon, and rising. Thank you for chiming in, Libra, sun, moon, and rising. Let me know how you feel about this spread. Libra, sun, moon, and rising. Get into it, get into it, get into it. Alrighty, Scorpio. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Let's get into it. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Let's see what we have. All right, Scorpios, we have deepening. This says, once you're on earth for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping detachment and surrender. They bring the peace of God. Deepening. Once you're on earth for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping detachment and surrender. They bring the peace of God. So deepening. This is really, really good. Scorpio, let go of attachments. Once you've done earth enough, you realize that detachment is a real joy. That surrender is a real joy. That, being in a space where nothing is holding you back, where nothing is tethering you to the past or to something else, or where nothing makes you who you are, where nothing has to be in your life in order for you to be who you are. When you get to that point, you have the peace of God. You have no fear about, like maybe I'll fail one day, because nothing will make you a failure. Nothing will make you unhappy. Nothing will make you anything. Nothing will make or break you at all. It's all up to you. It's all up to you. Nothing is influencing how you feel. And that's the point that you guys want to get to, Scorpio. Scorpio, you guys have a lot of very strong emotions. So you want to just be mindful of that and, do whatever you can to get a handle on that. And mastering detachment is going to be big for you guys next year. We have Goddess of the Moon. We have Angel of Strength. And we also have financial constraint. So Goddess of the Moon, this is a card that talks about embracing our vulnerability as a strength, our intuitiveness, our femininity, angel of strength as well. So we want to find the balance between this strength, this courageousness, being brave, and also allowing ourselves to feel what we need to feel 110%. Also with financial constraint, if we have any financial issues and that is making us feel a way about ourselves, we need to figure out what we need to do to deal with that. We also need to figure out where that lack is coming from. If we're in doing something we don't like, if we're, trying to step into something that we really don't believe in, it's important for us to just, be mindful of what is causing us to feel what we're feeling right now, so we can have that full circle moment of understanding. We also have communicate clearly and improving health. Communicate clearly and improving health. So make sure that you continue to be bold about what you're feeling. When you're experiencing something, let people know what you're experiencing. If you've been dealing with anxiety, depression, PTSD, certain triggers, if you've been having issues sleeping, issues with your appetite, a lot of this stuff can happen from, emotional distress. So if you're dealing with a lot of emotional distress, because of that, detachment is going to be something good to step into, so you can, just work on experiencing things and then being able to move forward. You don't want to be paralyzed by the things that you're experiencing. Let's get into it. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. We have carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. A journey, either physical or mental. We have Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. And we have Scales, keep your life in balance. Keep your life in balance. Let's see what else we have. So with this carriage, obviously you guys are on a journey. You're not going to figure it out immediately, but it's a journey. So be aware of the journey. This is also about keeping your life in balance. You are very worried about people that do not give a damn about you, or you're putting too much energy into keeping something in your life when it doesn't even need to be there. Don't get yourself dedicated to nothing. Stop being dedicated to something that is just nothing. Get your life in balance. Don't put all of this effort, all of your beautiful effort and energy into a bag with holes. Don't put your energy into a vessel that isn't going to be able to hold it and maintain it. We also have Tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. And we have Tower, solid foundation and success with effort. Solid foundation and success with effort. So you guys are building a new foundation right now, one not built on unhealthy attachments, one not built on fear or insecurity or, controlling everything. And that's going to definitely, bring you the results that you want. Also with Tiger, doing something risky and taking a chance. This could definitely be what you guys need to do. Maybe take a risk. And we've had the message before for a couple of people to not take risks. And if you have some spaces where you shouldn't take risks, and then I'm telling you to take risk here and it's still in your big three, there also is a part of you with this Scorpio energy that is just very, very afraid. And sometimes we take risks out of fear because we just want to move ahead and do something. So I think it's important to find the healthy ways that we need to take a risk if that is something that we're feeling called to do, because you can take a risk however you want to. Again, we have this image of Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. We keep getting this card as well today. Your guidance is divinely guided. So again, trust that things are happening for you as they need to. The stuff that you're being attracted to is connecting with you. Are you the stubborn person? Are you stubborn? Are you not wanting to change? Ask yourself if you're the stubborn person. We had a lot of cards today about stubborn, undependable, insincere. Ask yourself if that's you. Ask yourself if that's how you treat yourself, if that's how you show up in your own life, or if you're someone that you can count on. Because with this detachment, you're going to have to deepen the relationship with yourself, Scorpio. You're going to have to love yourself more than other people love you. You're going to have to trust yourself more than you can trust other people. You're going to have to want your company more than the company of others. And if you're not there right now, you're going to have to get there in order to be able to navigate this next season. We also have Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So the Pleiades, the beings that come from the Pleiades come to Earth to basically raise the vibration of Earth. So you guys have a divine purpose, but if you're in this purpose and you're second guessing yourself, you're not trusting yourself, you're not trusting the process, you're not trusting your mind, you're not trusting your energy, how can you really get what you're supposed to get? How can you really give what you're supposed to give? You won't be able to. You won't be able to. So I feel like your energies are really pushing you in this moment to do things differently. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be a journey. We have a journey. It's going to be a journey. But you're going to get what you need as long as you challenge yourself to continue to move forward and trust the process. So, yes, that is what we have for Scorpio. Sun, moon, and rising 2025 predictions. That is what we have for Scorpio. Alrighty. Let's wrap up with Sag. I don't know how long I've been on here because it's saying 71 minutes, but I feel like it just said that. So I don't know if that's accurate. But we're going to wrap up with our Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So let's get into it. 2025 predictions. I do feel like this is finishing a little bit different than the other fire signs because we have grief for the first card. This says, tears are what happens when the ice in the heart melts. Sagittarius, grief. Tears are what happens when the ice in the heart melts. So Sag, most of the time, a Sagittarius is a very non-committal energy. You know, Sagittarius really like to be free and kind of do whatever the hell they want. So when you are grieving something, it's because you've opened your heart to accept it in. So that's just the hard part about grief. So I feel like Sagittarius, if you guys are trying to be more open or committed or more loving or more deep or more whatever, I feel like you're going to recognize like, okay, this is what I've been protected from, you know, like whatever you've been trying to avoid, you're going to have to face. And I think it'll be your time to, you know, make peace with that. So it doesn't scare you more, you know, so it's not something that you run away from anymore. We have financial constraints. We have broken heart. And we also have a man holding a heart. So we have someone offering us love and support and care. So I feel like, you know, this is kind of like a double-edged sword. Like we have this energy of grief, but then we have the energy of like, but wait, you know, we can still have support and love and understanding and connection. And we can have all of those things, but sometimes we do have to have a broken heart. Sometimes we are going to be in a space where we're like, I don't know how the hell I'm going to be able to shake this, or I don't know how the hell I'm going to be able to get out of this. But we always have a chance to get exactly what we need. So don't be worried. Don't be afraid about, you know, who you're going to connect with or how you're going to be able to get the connections that you need to get. Just trust that anybody that's supposed to be in life or anything that's supposed to be in your life will make its way into your life. And if it isn't, you'll be able to shake back from that. We have compromise and we have recovery. So this is all about balance and, you know, making peace with whatever happens in a situation. If that's something that you guys need practice with, if that's why you're not able to just, you know, say, hey, if it doesn't work out, oh well, you know, then this could be something that you need to be mindful of, you know, because when we know, like I said, this is what I've been avoiding. I was avoiding the heartbreak. I was avoiding the disappointment. When we try to avoid those things, we're just kind of reinforcing that fear, you know, so it's good to face those things. And if you are destined for love, success, happiness, and these are all the cards that we have for y'all right now, I don't want to say you don't have no choice, but the time is now. The time is now, Sag, so get ready. We have reconciliation. We have pen, new job or career. The reconciliation was pineapple, as you can see. We have star, guaranteed success. We have love. And we have horse, short journey. So I don't feel like this is going to be something that takes us all year to figure out. You know, I feel like we're already on our way to make peace with this. Reconciliation, making peace with the past, a new job or career, guaranteed success. You know, so what you're experiencing, this grief, it's not going to last forever. And I think that's what your energies want you to recognize. I can deal with this. I can manage with this. I can make peace with this. This doesn't have to just destroy me. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be fine. And maybe you're experiencing some grief right now, and next year is going to be a year to see, wait, I can have financial success after grief. I can have a bag after dealing with financial constraint. I can have a bag after dealing with a broken heart. I can have love after dealing with a broken heart. Guaranteed success after dealing with this and dealing with that. I can have all of these things. And guess what? I'm okay. Even though I got hurt, even though I got let down, even though I got disappointed, I'm okay. So I feel like next year is going to be your year to just know that you're okay. No matter what you have to face, no matter what you have to deal with, you are going to be okay, Sag. Again, pillar of light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. You're stepping up, you're stepping into a new space, and what you're having to work on right now is mandatory for the new space that you're stepping into. And we have Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. So Beautiful. You know, you're going to be connecting with your soul family. You're going to be getting connected to the people and the energies and the spaces that you need to be connected to. And it's going to be exactly what you need. Exactly what you need. The grief is temporary, but it's going to be exactly what you need. I love this card too. We have direction. Where are you heading? Where are you heading? Do you want to bring this energy with you? Is this what you want to bring with you? What do you want to bring with you in this next space? Think about that, and that's going to make it a lot easier for you to decide what you want to leave behind. We have inspiration. Begin now. So start right now. You've waited long enough. You've pushed it off long enough. You held it off long enough. Start right now, Sag. Sag, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Start right now with whatever you want, with whatever you're going, with whatever you have hope in and for, and see what happens. I think you're definitely going to be very surprised and pleased by how God is able to work in your life. So, yes. If you are a Sag, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and this reading resonated with you, please let me know down below in the comment section. I love you guys as always. Thank you guys for being here with me through this 2025 predictions readings. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this tea. Let me know how you guys feel about it. And yes, I will see you guys next time. Get your ticket to the year in releasing, book your one-on-one sessions, get into the social media marketing if you know it's a service that you need to get into if you're a business owner. But yes, get into everything and then some down below in the description box. I appreciate y'all. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys. Bless.